This is Ekta Bhatt from Department of Dairy Science and Food Technology, Institute of Agriculture Sciences, Banaras Hindu University. Today, I will present Annatto processing under the subject code FT227, which is processing of spices and plantation crops. I will present on the behalf of my group members Arjun Karthik, Ayush Pathak, Shivangi Mishra, and I, Ekta Bhatt. First of all, I would like to acknowledge our professor, Dr. Rajkumar Duwari sir, for providing us with invaluable insights and direction. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the individuals and organization for their invaluable contribution to this presentation, and to my group members also, as they contributed as follows: Ayush Pathak, who prepared the presentation, Arjun Karthik, the coordinator, Shivangi Mishra, the co-author, and I, Ekta Bhatt, the presenter of Annatto Processing Slides. Thank you, sir, for your guidance and assistance. This is our assignment on the topic processing of annatto. Here you can see how the annatto plant look like. Table of contents. Today we will discuss about the introduction, history, botanical description, properties, chemical structure, manufacturing process, extraction process, commercial availability, and the application of annatto. Introduction. One can see the tropical tree Bixa aureolana L. From Bixa aureolana L, we will get the seeds, and from the outer layer of that seed, we will extract the annatto. The principal pigment is annatto is bixine. Now here the question arises, what is bixine? Actually, bixine is methyl ester of dicarboxylic acid norbixine. Bixine is a carotenoid which is contained in the resinous coating surrounding the seed itself. Which seed? The seed of the tropical tree Bixa aureolana L. Now, here there are the two major, or you can say pigments, major, and second one is the minor. The major pigment, which is cisbixine. The minor constituents, which are transbixine, cis-norbixine, and trans-norbixine. Now, let's move to the history part. Annatto seeds and extracts have been used for over 200 years in Europe and North America, which is there mainly to impart a yellow to red color to foods such as cheese, which is a dairy product. Indeed, reference is made to the coloring of cheese with annatto as far back as 1796 in England. In modern times, annatto has a significant economic importance worldwide, and it is one of the most frequently used natural colorants in the food industry. The botanical description: kingdom, subkingdom, superdivision, division, subclass, order, family, genus, species. Mainly, there is a use of the species, which is Bixa aureolana L. One can also refer to the family and the genus Bixa. Now, the properties or the characteristics of annatto. The annatto seeds have a high phosphorus and a low calcium content. Its protein contain adequate level of tryptophan and lysine. As you can see, the protein, which is made up of amino acids. These amino acids in the annatto seeds are in adequate amount, which is tryptophan and lysine, whereas in the annatto seeds, it lacks in the methionine, isoleucine, leucine, phenylalanine, and threonine amino acids. The protein quality of annatto seed flour was about 65% that of casein, which was used as a reference protein. Here in the picture, you can see the seeds of annatto. To get the annatto seed flour, there is a unit operation, which is grinding operation. Chemically, annatto pigments, bixine and norbixine belongs to the group known as carotenoids. Now, the interrelationship of different annatto pigments. As I have told you that Annatto pigments. There are four pigments. One is the major pigment and three are the minor pigments. The major pigment cisbixene. The rest three, transbixene, cisnorbixene, and transnorbixene are the minor constituents. Now, to get the transbixene, one have to heat the cisbixene. And after heating above transbixene, there will be degradation of the compounds, and at last we will get degraded compounds. Now, the hydrolysis or saponification of cisbixene or transnorbixene, both of them will result into potassium or sodium salts. But the cisbixene parts results into potassium or sodium salts of cisnorbixene, and whereas transbixene will results into potassium or sodium salts of transnorbixene. Hydrolysis means breaking down in the presence of water. Now, the acidification of neutralization of potassium or sodium salts of cisnorbixene results into cisnorbixene, and whereas K or Na salts of transnorbixene on acidification or neutralization, which easily results into transnorbixene, and which are the minor constituents of the annatto pigment. Annatto is almost unique amongst the carotenoid family, and it can act as a pigment in a number of different chemical forms. The predominant form is bixene, which is the methyl ester of dicarboxylic acid norbixane. Annatto seeds contain cisbixene, which comprises of more than 80% of the total carotenoid content present in the annatto seeds, and which is mainly in 9 cis configuration with smaller quantities of transbixene and cisnorbixene, the minor constituents of annatto seeds. Under specific conditions of temperature and pH, bixene can be hydrolyzed into norbixene, the dicarboxylic acid, and saponified into potassium salts of norbixene. Now, let's have a quick glance on the structural formula of bixene and norbixene. Cisbixene. As you can see, the bixene part, which I have told you that bixene is methyl ester of dicarboxylic acid norbixene. Here is the methyl part, the carboxylic part, and the ester part. The ester part, which is R C double bond O O R, and R here is the methyl group. That's why it is methyl ester. But it is of what methyl ester? Methyl ester of carboxylic acid. Now there should be a carboxylic acid, and in the picture you can see the cisbixene. The right hand side there is C double bond OOH, which is the carboxylic acid. Now I have told you that there are potassium or sodium salts of trans-norbixene and potassium or sodium salts of cis-norbixene. Now, the potassium and sodium salts means which is C double bond O Na and C double bond O K. In the cis-norbixene and trans-norbixene structure, you can see at the leftmost tip and the rightmost corner, there are C double bond OH means carboxylic acid and sodium salts or potassium salts, which is C double bond Na and C double bond K, similarly present in the trans-norbixene structure. Now, the manufacturing principle. Commercial production of annatto occurred in the Jamaica in the 1790s. In Europe and the US, production of commercial extracts started before the 1870s, primarily to color butter and cheese. As the bixin pigment is found in the aril, the aril is the outer waxy coating of the seed. The processing includes abrading or raspaling. Abrading means abrasion, which is rubbing against the hard surface, or raspaling, which means mechanical removal of aril from the seed. It is an appropriate suspending agent followed by removal of the seeds. We will see various suspending agents in later slides. For the purpose of removing the pigment, it is not necessary to grind the seed. Processing methods may either be aimed at the production of native bixine from the seed, or it may involve aqueous alkaline hydrolysis and simultaneous production of norbixine. Solvent extraction techniques are now also used as a means of production of annatto concentrates. Now, the most important part is the extraction of annatto. Because if we extract the annatto, then only we will get the annatto. The extraction process of annatto involves the soaking seeds in solvent. That solvent can either be oil or it can be water, which is mainly done to release the natural color of compounds, the natural color compounds. The mixture is then filtered to remove the seeds, leaving behind the desired annatto extract, which can be further processed into various forms, such as powder or liquid, which we'll see as commercial available products. Now, the extraction process. First of all, we will collect the seeds of annatto. Thereafter, cleaning process takes place. After that, we will soak in the solvent, like it can be in oil or it can be in water. After that, the extraction process. It mainly consists of two methods. Next one is the filtration. Then clarification, drying and packaging process are there. Here, in the flow chart, you can see the annatto seeds. The extraction of annatto seeds is occurred with the help of two methods. First one is the organic solvent extraction, and second method is mechanical abrasion or dispersion. Under the mechanical abrasion method, there are next two methods, like with the refined vegetable oil, and second one is with aqueous mildly alkaline cold water. You can see there are various annatto types like annatto A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Annatto A, in which the bixin content is approximately 20%. Annatto B contains more than 80% bixin. Annatto C contains greater than 70% norbixin. And you can see various annatto D, E, F, and G bixin, norbixin concentrations. Now, the organic solvent extraction method. The solvent extraction method mainly comprises the microcrystalline bixin of 80 to 97% and have been developed as a response to the need for more concentrated annatto extracts. Extraction of annatto seed with organic solvent and subsequent solvent removal yields bixin crystals. The solvents used in this method are sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH, C2H5OH, which is ethanol, C6H6, like, or it may be hexane, ethyl acetate, and so on. The second part is the mechanical abrasion method. Under the mechanical abrasion method, first we will discuss about the extraction with the help of refined vegetable oil. Annatto seeds are massaged in warm oil at approximately 70 degrees Celsius, which is mainly done to remove the pigment in a machine raspeller and which results into suspension which contains mixin and its concentration is approximately 8%. The evidences show that there is a use of propylene glycol in place of vegetable oil as a suspending agent. Now, the second method of extraction of annatto seeds under the mechanical abrasion method or dispersion method is aqueous mildly alkaline cold water. Now, the extraction with dilute aqueous potassium or sodium hydroxide. It involves the same principle as that of extraction with refined vegetable oil, but here the mechanical abrasion is provided by constant stirring annatto seeds in mildly alkaline water. This separates the pigment layer, which is then acid precipitated, filtered off, and dried, and which gives us bixene up to a concentration of 25%. Now, let's move to the commercial availability part. Commercially, the annatto seeds are available in solid, liquid, or oil form. In market, in the solid form, annatto is available as whole seeds or ground powder. As the ground powder is easy to use and it have a more surface area. Whole seeds can be used in cooking, while ground powder offers convenience and ease to use. Liquid. Annatto is available in liquid form as extracts which dissolve in water or any other solvents. Liquid annatto extract is commonly used. Mainly it is used in two applications, like it is used in industrial food application and second one is culinary application. Now you can see that in the flow in the diagram on the x-axis there is value in billions per year like 2022 to 2027. The market growth and size of Annatto will surely rise till 2027. Now the general application part. In various areas like in cosmetics, textile industry, pharmaceuticals, there are use of annatto. In cosmetics, annatto extracts are utilized in cosmetics and personal care products, including lipsticks, eyeshadows, blushes, and hair dyes, which is there mainly to impart color. Textile industry. Annatto is employed as a natural dye in the textile industry to color fabrics, yarns, and fibers. It can produce shades ranging from yellow to deep orange, but the color concentration, which mainly depends on the concentration processing methods, like the shades, it can be dark, it can be light, it can be medium range, depends upon the concentration and processing method. The third application in the pharmaceuticals. In pharmaceuticals, annatto may be used as a coloring agent for capsules, tablets, topical formulations. It provides an alternative to synthetic dye. In pharmaceuticals and medical areas, which we use daily, there is a great use of annatto. Now, the application in food industry. Oil-based annatto preparations are commonly used to color foods with high fat content, such as processed cheese or margarine and shortenings. Secondly, they are also used extensively in bakery products, biscuit fillings, popcorn, snack foods, sauces, dressings, and cream desserts. The more acid-stable emulsified annatto find it used in such applications as juices, liquors, transparent jellies, and gelatinous desserts, because in jellies and juices like product there is a need of some stable product. In the picture you can see there are biscuits and bakery products. So we can see there are a lot of annatto uses as a coloring pigment in the food industry as well as in various applications, which vary from various concentrations and its processing methods. Thank you all for giving your valuable time.